heliocentrist experiments that failed to detect any movement of the earth around the sun. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who hold the truth in unrighteousness. Romans 1:18. There was a group of early scientists that decided that their heliocentric pronouncements would be proved and accepted. They conducted various experiments to prove that the earth moves around the sun. Unsurprisingly, these experiments failed and they knew it, but they covered this information up. In their corrupt minds, heliocentrism had to disprove the Bible, no matter what the cost. So instead of being scientific and accepting that the earth does not move, they decided to hold the truth in unrighteousness. They suppressed the truth like any liar would. False science could not and cannot prove the motion of the earth because it does not move. It is not a planet. Those early false scientists are the authors of the textbooks that today's scientists and authors consult. The students who have learned from them are worse off than they are, Matthew 23:15, because these students actually believe the earth moves, whereas the original false scientists knew that they were wrong. Scientific experiments. Most scientists know about the Michelson-Morely experiment that failed to detect any movement of the earth round the sun. This had to be overcome, so the Fitzgerald-Lorentz shortening of the apparatus was proposed, and eventually the paradoxical relativity theory was invented by Einstein to overcome this problem. However, there are 3 other experiments that have been deliberately ignored by universities because they support geocentricity. 1. The Michelson-Gale experiment. This detected the ether passing the surface of the Earth with an accuracy of 2% of the speed of the daily rotation of the Earth. Thus, the Michelson-Morely experiment detected no movement of the Earth around the Sun, yet the Michelson-Gale experiment measured the Earth's rotation to within 2%. This surely speaks volumes for geocentricity. 2. Aries failure. Telescopes have to be very slightly tilted to get the starlight going down the axis of the tube because of the Earth's speed around the Sun. Airy filled a telescope with water that greatly slowed down the speed of the light inside the telescope and found that he did not have to change the angle of the telescope. This showed that the starlight was already coming in at the correct angle, so that no change was needed. This demonstrated that it was the stars moving relative to a stationary Earth and not the fast orbiting Earth moving relative to the comparatively stationary stars. If it was the telescope moving, he would have had to change the angle. 3. The Sagacc experiment. Sagacc rotated a table complete with light and mirrors, with the light being passed in opposite directions around the table between the mirrors. He detected the movement of the table by the movement of the interference fringes on the target where they were recombined. This proved that there is an ether that the light has to pass through, and this completely destroys Einstein's theory of relativity that says there is no ether. It is for this reason that this experiment is completely ignored by scientists. More recently, Cantor has found the same result with similar apparatus. All these experiments are never taught at universities, so consequently, scientists, including most Christian creationists, are ignorant of this evidence for geocentricity.